guys, I'm coming on here really quick to let you guys know that I do have a goal, man. I would like to hit 100,000 this year. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure to click the subscribe button if you guys enjoy the content that we're doing here, and if you'd like to get notified whenever I do post new videos. I have a goal of hitting 100K this year. I know it's a little bit of a crazy goal, but you guys are the only ones that can help me with that. I most certainly appreciate it, and if you do like the video, please do hit the like button, man. That helps me out tremendously as well. All right, let's get into the video. Welcome back to the garage, man. Today we're picking back up on this dang Camaro. I know it's been forever since we've worked on it. To be straight up with you, I need access back to my spray booth. I don't paint things as often that I need to be painting things because I have my spray booth is completely full of the Camaro. So need to get that project done so that it's no longer in the way. We can put it all back together and it be a whole car again, you know, rather than just being stored inside of the damn booth. So I have a few things left here that we need to clear coat. This is the rear deck lid that the back window attaches to. Got the rear bumper. This is the wing and the other two parts of the wing over there. And then the door. And before clear coating them, I went over them with some Scotch-Brite and pressure washed and cleaned everything because it's all gotten kind of dusty from sitting. And I realized that right along the body line of this door, the paint has gotten so thin from wet sanding and scuffing it that you can kind of see a hint of the white primer through it underneath. So yeah, this door needs to be resprayed. I think I ran into the same problem with the other door. Body lines, man. You got to be careful with them. Anyhow, so before I can clear coat that, we need to do another 3 coats of red on it. So I need to get that sanded and ready for that. And then these pieces we can clear coat. And then these pieces over here we can clear coat. But other than that, we got a whole lot of assembly we got to do on this thing. Got the car set up here on the back porch. As you guys know, this thing's completely done. It just needs all the parts all put back onto it. Went ahead and cleaned it off. Well, it did a really quick spray off. I need to actually clean it really good. And then I want to put some ceramic coat on this thing. Just to start with the protective measures, you know. I'm probably going to end up having to wet sand and buff the entire car. Though, realistically, it doesn't look terrible. There's a lot of water spots on it right now. It really doesn't look bad. So, if anything, we might end up having to do some little spots here and there where there's like a little bit of dust and stuff that got in it whenever I was spraying. But for the most part, this thing came out really freaking nice. If you guys haven't ever seen this car before, if you're relatively new to the channel, I think I started on this thing probably a year ago. And now the compressor's back on. Anyhow, I'll make a really quick playlist of all the previous videos on this car, and I'll put a link to that in the description down below if you want to get caught up on it. Anyhow, I got to get out here and start spraying. Rust-Oleum Safety Red. That is the color of the Camaro. This is the reason why we're able to do this paint job. Extremely cheap, very affordable. But it is also the reason why this paint job has been an absolute pain in the ass. So Rust-Oleum, especially whenever you get a gloss, they don't have this available in a flat. Whenever you get a gloss paint like this, you can't just go over it with a clear coat. Well, for one, the gloss that this dries to, it has like no UV protectant to it. It will dull out very fast. So you need to clear coat it, and you can't just simply go over it wet. So as in, you can't lay this paint down wet and then go over it with clear coat, because the clear coat will dry faster than this does. And then you'll end up with a mess. It'll crinkle. So whenever you spray this stuff, you have to allow it to completely cure all on its own. And it takes forever for it to completely clear. So what I've been doing with this car is every time I paint a couple of pieces or whatever, I let it cure for at least a week, man. And then come back, you have to sand the surface of it so that the clear coat has something to bind to. And that has been what has made this paint job an absolute pain in the ass, is having to wait for everything to cure and then come back and clear coat it. Especially things like this, because for whatever reason, this isn't the first time this has happened, where I've had to respray something. So now I'm going to have to go over this again. I'm going to put another probably 2 coats, 3 coats on this. The problem is I can't just do 1 coat because of spots like this. It'll be translucent and it'll show through. So I gotta do another 3 coats of paint on this door, and then I'm gonna have to allow this to cure for at least 2. Well, actually, it's now summertime, so it should cure within 2-3 days, honestly. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna find like a piece of metal that I can spray with this. So I'm gonna spray this and that piece of metal. I'll do the same amount of coats, so after a couple of days or so, I can scuff that piece of metal and then spray it, you know, do a test. Spray it with a clear coat and see if it reacts, if it crinkles up. So if you don't allow this stuff to completely cure, it'll do the same thing that it'll do if you go wet on wet. As it starts to dry, this will just crinkle and don't ask me how I know. I've experienced it before on an entire car that I had to completely sand down, and it was a pain in the ass. Anyhow, I'm gonna get this stuff mixed up. We're gonna go ahead and spray this door. That's why I took it down from hanging, because I only need to spray this side, dude. The door jamb and everything, it's already done. So I'm gonna spray the actual fascia of the door, and then we should be able to roll this thing out into a safe place, maybe, hopefully. And then I can move on with clear coating the rest of this stuff. Oh shit. Did you guys see that chunk that fell in there? No bueno. Definitely use a filter on this stuff. Door is sprayed and it's moved out of my way. Moving on with our day. Alright guys, we are starting on trying to get this thing assembled. But I am now on the same day, so I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to fit into this video. I'm over here thinking we're just going to bolt some doors on and bolt some fenders on and stuff. But no, I can't put the fender on until I put the door on. And we only have one door we're capable of putting on. It's the driver door. But it needs to be assembled because there's no latch, there's no nothing. This whole entire door was gutted. So I don't know if you guys remember how bad it was. yeah, we took absolutely everything out of it so that I could do the body work and get the thing straight. So now trying to put it all back together, like even the lock cylinder, this thing has paint all over it. So sitting there with a wire brush trying to get all the paint off of it so it looks a little bit more presentable. I had to do the same thing with the latch over here. Now it's not perfect, but believe me, it looks a lot better than what it did. I wire brushed all the old gunk off of it. But there's things like this, dude, like the door handle. We gotta put the door handle on. And to be honest with you, it really needs a coat of paint, bro. So in order to paint this, there's no way I'm gonna be able to put the door on today. But that's not the only piece. There's that, and then this is passenger side. This is the driver's side. This has to go in there. And look at that thing. And the mirror don't cover it. If you guys don't remember, the mirrors actually mount on the door, a little bit further down on the door. It doesn't cover this piece. So yeah, that's gonna need to be cleaned up and painted black because that looks like crap. This is gonna be a really long, tedious process just to even get the damn driver door assembled. So yeah, I have to put the door on before the fender because it bolts right here and the fender covers that. And we have to put the fender on before, we have to have both fenders on before we can put the hood on. And I need to spend probably a good 10 hours assembling just the driver door. So yeah, assemble the driver door, get it on. I can't do the passenger door until that paint cures, and then we got to clear coat it. But I ran out of clear coat. Anyhow, guys, I'm trying to get this thing assembled and get it done so it's out of our way. And then as soon as we get the Camaro at least to a stopping point, I'd like to get all the body panels and everything on it. As far as all the tedious little assembly and everything, I could just do off camera and do that on the side. And then we'll be able to start getting the bed inside of the booth for the Silverado. Put it in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Should I paint the Silverado white again, or should I just decide to go with a different color? I mean, a different color is definitely going to be a lot more work.
But you already do the work as it is, and you know once you start doing one thing, then you're
well.
Going down
It's
that
just
rabbit hole.
if I don't do it white, then I have to do door jambs and everything. It's gonna be a lot. I don't know. It's up in the air. I would like to see the cat eye a different color, like something different, you know, rather than the same as everybody. 'Cause I'm starting to realize everybody has these damn trucks. Everybody has these trucks.
Yeah.
And they all have the same wheels on it. They're all like, they're cookie cutters, bro. They all look exactly the same. So to be able to paint the truck like some off-the-wall color, I think would be dope to make it actually stand out. But anyhow, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Wish us luck with this door. We're going to continue trying to get this thing assembled. But if I'm being honest with you, I think I'm going to move it inside in the air conditioning. So we can sit in front of the TV and assemble it until it's done, and then we'll come out here and get it bolted on the car. We are going to be starting on the EP3 here very soon, and I don't think that I do this enough, but if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do smash the like button, and we'll see you on the next one.
Wait. Let's let them see it. Because you can't see it, but it's
so freaking ginormous.
Like, it would, the hourglass on it's bigger than freaking the spider.
Oh my goodness.
And we just touched that.
Yeah, I was just pressure washing it. Could have got blasted right at me.
We could have died.
I was just saying that those are some pretty serious spider webs, and whenever spider webs are really strong and they won't even pressure wash away, it's normally Black Widow.
Yeah. There's a whole eggshell. Burn the whole car, babe. It's probably gonna go running out the hole too. Look at that thing. Yeah. Oh, you smell it? Half dead. Keep going.
My theory is melted through the table.
Yeah. I'm done today. We could have died. Like, I literally grabbed those. I don't appreciate almost dying today.